again for having us. We miss you all. So normally there's 4 of us in this band, but 2 of them live in a different house. So they've pre-recorded themselves, and we're going to play along to them in spirit. But yeah, enjoy. This song's called Age of You, and it's available on YouTube and all streaming services, but this version is available on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we released Age of You on Lucy's Lovers, which was the first release we did on BSM 2 years ago, which seems like a lifetime ago now. But recently, dun dun dun, it's like I planned it.
I thought you hold it upside down then, but I realised it's weird.
So this is our record.
It's one we made earlier.
Here's one we made earlier. It's called Lovecall, and it's our debut album that we released on BSM. So if you like the next few songs we play, go stream it, go listen to it.
Go buy it.
Go buy it, because you can buy this. You could have this in your hands too! It's pretty, huh?
It is pretty. There's us.
By Jessie.
Shout out Jessie Morgan. Photographer extraordinaire.
Cute! So the next song we're going to do, I'm going to put this down here. is magical thinking. I'm going to take a sip of water first, then, please.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling too. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling too. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. In my sleepless nights hadn't crossed my mind. I've been waiting for so long, waiting for someone to ease my mind in this endless fight. Can you slow my breathing, make me believe in you? Don't wanna see something other in the sky with slow my breathing, make me believe. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling it. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling it. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. Can I remind you, you asked me to choose between love and compulsion. I'm keeping me open to the idea and the notion of more to improve on, knowing I'll be strong. You don't wanna see something other in the sky there. Slow my breathing, make me believe.
Oh!
It's not that I don't know that you're feeling it. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling it. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. I'd rather not stay here if I can help the way I control my feelings. Time will validate your feelings, but my abstract thinking has got me reeling. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling too. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling too. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. I don't know that you're feeling it. It's just that I'm in this magical thinking room. It's not that I don't know that you're feeling it. This magical thinking room. And I'd rather not stay here if I can help the way I control my fear. I've been moving on, moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is next? It's so stuffy in here.
Here's stuff in it.
Pardon me. So the next song we're gonna do was not a single off the record. It was actually the first song that us four wrote together. Oh, cute. Oh, isn't that nice?
It is nice.
And you guys seem to really like it, so we're gonna do this one.
It's a little bit different on the record, you know, but
A little bit.
it's sick both ways. So, right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. of you leaving me for another girl. You watch me notice eyes open. So God help me, so God help me. He's history. She's circle round. She's cold, yeah, she's cold. I want to know where you've been all night. I waited by the door, but you know we're inside. I won't tell anyone we know that we've had a fight. I want to know where you've been all night. I need to be something I don't already know. I only see you through glasses tinted with rose. But now I've lost the light. I've lost the light. At the end of the road, I can feel this story is getting hard. And I want to know where you've been all night. I waited by the door, but you know we're inside. I won't tell anyone we know that we've had a fight. And I want to know where you've been all night. So God help me. Yeah.
Lovely. What's the next one?
Lovely. The next one is the laptop turned off. The next one is Sincerely Overwhelmed. So this was the first one that we released as an album, official album single. And you guys really liked it.
Just gonna tune. So you got a chat. Chat.
I might have to breathe in some Tiger Balm. I've got a very stuffy nose, you know. Is this what you expected from a Orchards live
This is
session?
peak Orchards content, this. Sound tuning, someone sniffing Tiger Balm.
It's the only thing that works. It really is.
Right. Sincerely?
Yeah. Make no excuses for me while I'm trying to fit into society, 'cause it's too hard to describe the mechanics of my mind. But believe me, it's true that I want to be honest with you. Can you excuses only, but there's comfort in my honesty. Where's my medal for making it through the morning? You see, I don't get, but that's not true. That's the biggest lie I've told you, and I told it too. It's clear, sincerely overwhelmed. You think you do, but you don't hide it well. Sincerely overwhelmed. You think you do, but you don't hide it well. It's clear, sincerely overwhelmed. You think you do, but you don't hide it well. It's clear, sincerely overwhelmed. You think you do, but you don't hide it well. Da 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 da.
They lost me hat in that one.
Well, we've come to the last song. Ah, how sad. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to BSM for having us and putting up with us all the time.
Well, I think isn't this or like festival thing because the pop-up shop got closed? Like we were lucky enough to be in the pop-up shop for like 2 days with like the guys.
Yeah, not yet, just a day really.
Us,
to go and check in and
Generals
see
and
how they
Delta
are.
Sleep had a lovely time drinking all the lovely signature brew beers together in there.
We really did.
But it was a shame that it couldn't be like its full power.
So we were really excited and it was a really awesome space. So we miss you, BSM. We miss all of you. I hope you're all well. I hope Ron's okay. I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, we can't wait to get back on the, like as soon as we're allowed to go back on the road and it's safe to do so, like we're gonna tour the fuck out of this album.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Out of this album.
There you go.
Da-da-da-da.
There you go. There's Daniel Will on the back as well, even if he's not here.
Oh, I nearly fell then. Should I just hold it like this? Pretend Daniel's sick. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending time with us.
We appreciate it.
We really do appreciate you. Go buy the record, go stream the record, support independent music. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We've been Orchards. You've been lovely. And this song is called Vacancy.
Ready? 2 count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when you walked me home alone, you let me in, told me life would be better if we spent it living in sin. I'll wait until the sun rises to see if you meant it. Doubt I'll find another you, but I've tried to, as this is not what you want or what you I guess falling in love with me wasn't an option. Am I a permanent fixture or vacancy? What are the chances that I can call you baby? Am I a permanent fixture or vacancy? What are the chances that I can call you baby now? Did you know I had fallen head over heels well before now? I understand that you had fallen head first into denial. Did that strip feel familiar when you walked hand in hand? If she's everything you wanted, promise you won't take her for granted, 'cause that would mean that I wasted my chance with you. Promise you won't throw our love away if you won't take mine. I hope he makes you happy like every day. I guess falling in love with me wasn't an option. Am I a permanent fixture or vacancy? What are the chances that I can call you baby? Am I a permanent fixture or vacancy? What are the chances that I can call you baby? Now's not the time for me to find out. Now's not the time for me to find out. Now's not the time for me to find out that you've been thinking just the same. You were worth a lifetime to wait alive, time to wait for. Hey!
Yay!
Thank you so much for having us, VSM. Thank you for watching. Go stream our album. Bye!
Do it now! Bye.
Took the devil's bargain, made us Hi, I'm Sarah from Illuminati Hotties. Big Scary Monsters is raising money to support Save Our Venues and Black Minds Matter UK, so please donate if you can. In the meantime, I'm playing a few songs on behalf of those wonderful charities. Here we go. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I am no CEO. I'm not professional. I'm no bright Edison. Don't know a thing about modern medicine. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I couldn't keep a job. Tried to show up, but I forgot. I couldn't keep a partner. Staying in touch is such a bummer. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. I'm always letting everyone down. I'm always letting everyone know I'm down. Thank you. That last song was a new one that just came out on a record called Free IH. And this is an old one. And I had to switch guitars because my other guitar was missing a string that I need for this song. Met you at that bar where your favorite bands play. Could barely hear ya, forgot to close my 5-drink tab. You couldn't stop talking about the shape of my hand, singing honor songs at 4 in the morning while you were online shopping. You said you need a better mattress. I said I'm not staying long enough to see that. Are you still thinking about me? I know you are, but I still wonder, are you thinking about me? I know you are, but I still wonder. kissed me on the temple when you thought I was sleeping and said you are so. I never quite caught the last word, but I'm sure it's the sweetest thing that I've ever not heard. This is called Reasons to Live. Bank block, I got a job that keeps me busy doing stuff I love. Oh my, I wanna die sometimes, and I remember the people who keep me alive. Ashley taught me how to love my grown-up body, and Joey cares more than any other human being. Chucky knows exactly what to say. Patterson makes the most beautiful paintings. Good grief, I brush my teeth. It's the one thing I can't skip, no matter where I sleep. Chill out, I'm on your couch. Come closer, maybe we could snuggle it out. These goddamn smooths like nobody's business, and Liam stays up late. We have so much to talk about. Emily can sing just like a princess, and Mikey C is so good and so sweet to me. Thanks. Okay, here's a cover. Her name is Noelle. I have a dream about her. She rings my bell. I got gym class in half an hour. Oh, how she rocks in kids and tube socks. But she doesn't know who I am. And she doesn't give a black mold. It's prom night and I am lonely, lo and behold. She's walking over to me, this must be fake. My lip starts to shake. How does she know who I am? Then why does she give a damn about? I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday, don't say maybe. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby like you. Oh yeah, dirtbag. No, she doesn't know what she's missing. Oh yeah, dirtbag. No, she doesn't know what she's missing again. This one's called People Pleaser. Watching Times Square on a tiny TV. Will their buddies even like me? Kissing at the stroke of 12. Stumbling off to slime you in the cozy cabin. Cushy mommy 3 hours north of the Mojave. Licking at a salty pond. Licking on what turns you on. The downbeat of a brand new year. I'm still scared, you hardly care. But then you brought me to your beachfront condo. Whispered I'm in love with you. Tud half off at a tiki bar. Mellow moonlight on the carpet. Even only slightly suited. Everything seems lush with you, kid. I know who could drive us home. Next time let's invite them both. The downbeat of a brand new year. And all its biggest fears. I mean, I'm not some stylish soothsayer, and I was not expecting her. But then you took off with the howling heavy, hopeless heat on 2020. Guess I am the lesser man. Guess I am the drugstore brand. But I still work hard, plus I'm cheaper. If it matters, people pleaser. How'd you miss the sheep clothes? Trade your puppy for a wolf. The downbeat of a brand new year. I know now you hardly care. How can I prove I'm a keeper if it matters? People pleaser. Thank you.
I spent my whole Hey guys,
Hi, James. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
You're great. Yeah, your beard's looking phenomenal at the moment, mate.
It
It's
is,
really come on a treat.
yeah, it's very lockdown. I feel like I will look back in the future at photos of me and know that this beard was during lockdown. Because I can't coiffure my own beard, if that's the right terminology.
I see.
I
Yeah,
need
it's
I
quite
need a hairdresser to do it for me.
fair enough.
This is
Yeah,
not a beard podcast, though, is it? Do you cut your own beard?
I try. I mean, I try to. Well, yeah, I do, but then that's only because I only go to a hairdresser like once every 18 months or something. I think this is the longest I've been without seeing a hairdresser in since I was about 17.
Amazing.
So I think it's been over 2 years now. So which is fucking bizarre. But Ben, you're similarly hirsute.
Suits, yeah. I ask my daughter's mum to cut mine once every. It's about 3 weeks actually, because otherwise mine just goes very I've got some kind of aggressive gum disease. It goes sort of out to the sides, so mine needs.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You have
I feel you
aggressive.
there.
No, it's like I have aggressive gum disease. I'm not going to reveal that I've got an aggressive gum disease. Zoom.
Amazing.
By the way.
Fungal monstrosity just coming out of your face.
So basically, Big Scary Monsters asked us to do this, and we're going to just talk about beards for 15 minutes and then send it to them and see what they think.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Should we introduce ourselves, do you think?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm James.
Oh,
Where's he going?
great start. He's bored. He's bored already.
I'm bored. Yeah, I'm just shutting the window because the fire engine went past.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, I'm James. I run Arctangent and 2000 Trees festivals. Yeah, that's basically me.
Cool.
Cool.
Who are you guys?
Yeah, who the fuck are you, Ben?
I'm Ben. I play bass in Alpha Male Tea Party. And you are, Tom?
I am Tom, and I play guitar in Alpha Male Tea Party. And I'm also a record producer, studio engineer type bod. Had to get that in there because I've run out of work. So if anyone wants to record, that'd be really fucking great.
Are you back open again now?
Sort of. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of DIY and sprucing up and trying to make it super nice for when I open up properly. So I'm gonna do like a big hooray, I'm open again kind of I guess post campaign sort of thing, probably towards the end of this week. But I didn't want to do it yet because I was like, oh, it's not finished yet, and I want it to look lovely. So that's what I've been doing. But
Nice.
yeah, you guys are the first human people I've actually spoken to today. I've been on my own for about, I don't know, several hours. So if I'm a bit strange, that's why.
Yes. So what have you done in lockdown other than studio preparation stuff?
As a band.
Or just in general? I mean, I guess what's your life been like? What's the band been up to? Have you managed to keep the wheels on the band's train, as it were, or is it just ground to a halt a bit?
Go on, Ben. I've just spoken for ages.
That's all right. It's usually me who just prattles on. We've basically written half an album. And bearing in mind we'd written half an album prior to this, we've basically written an album.
Lovely.
So if anything, we've been quite productive. Because our issue is usually when we have shows, we can't write because we just can't do that. We're just not that good. And vice versa. So we had a load of shows booked, which was great. We were really looking forward to, but so they obviously haven't happened. So the minor upside of not playing brilliant things like Strange Forms and Bad Pond and all these other wicked festivals such as your own is that we've been able to write an album. So it's one of the only good things to come out of this pandemic is we've sort of been able to crack on with that, really, Tom, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's kind of forced us to be creative in a slightly different way, which has been really good. And I think it's rare in this day and age to get as much time to do things as you ideally want, and that's one of the aspects of this which I think has accelerated the writing process. Really, obviously, we've not been able to do it together. I think one of the issues that we kind of chatted about this on the podcast that we did for Portals Festival, which obviously another one we didn't get to play, but the way we had been writing was we'd all sort of get in a room together and try and sort of jam stuff out and just kind of hope that the magic happens like there and then in the room, which in a lot of cases did, but in a lot of ways it was just being a bit slow and creating more issues than it was fixing. And I think in a lot of weird ways, this sort of situation has helped just focus us all kind of creatively, and just by the nature of having the time to do it, you know, like about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was playing guitar for like 8 hours a day, and just that's all I was doing, just playing guitar like fucking Tom Morello when he was at uni or something. I'm not Tom Morello, so. But you know, we got loads written, and with that, then we pass it back and forth from each other and like send, hey, how about this? Not really sure about that section. Okay, let's have a little tweak. Yeah, what about that? Yeah, okay, I'll put this on, blah, blah, blah. And it all came together really quickly and really nicely. And I think we've written a load of stuff that, personally, I'm fucking so happy with it. Like, I think it's our best record, but I mean, every band says that about the album they're about to release, obviously. But I don't know, I just feel really sort of, quite emotionally connected to it all, which is quite important to me. So yeah,
amazing.
I like the idea of a band about to release an album and say this is not quite as good as everything else that we've done, but it's all right. I'd like that as a press release.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a bit counterintuitive, isn't it? Really, I suppose.
Well, me and my mates are we're currently just doing this thing where we're going through the 13 Metallica albums. And then we're gonna have a big chat about it and basically rank them. And I've just yesterday I listened to the first 4, and now today I've listened to both the Load albums. And can you imagine? I don't know if you're familiar with Metallica that much, but there's quite a drop off in quality. There's like it falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
I think Ash Sugarhorse might fight you about the Load and Reload albums. I seem to think he's got a lot of affection for them.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that always got the opinion that goes against the grain, but he's definitely
I've been on a similar Metallica lockdown binge. I've just been watching every live Metallica show that's on YouTube of a decent quality, and just I'm ranking them in my head. I suppose. But yeah, on a similar kind of binge. Up to now, what's your favourite out of those first 6?
I'm going to go. Well, I mean, clearly, for me, the albums 2, 3, and 4 are the best albums. My favourite is Injustice for All. I'm then going to go Master Puppets and then Ride the Lightning. But you could basically put those 3, I think, in any order you want, frankly.
I would probably go with you on that one, actually.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Although but I'm not saying much because my favourite Metallica album is S&M.
Yeah. No, I think S&M's going to be pretty high on my list. Yeah.
Mate, it sounds enormous. It's so good. Tom hates Metallica, so this is great.
Yeah, this is all gobbledygook to me. I do not care an ounce for Metallica. The only thing I like about Metallica is laughing at them. And there's a lot of material for that. But I've never really been able to take them seriously. And I know a lot of people have, and I know that a lot of people absolutely love them, but it's one of those things that's always perplexed me. I've never really quite understood it. However, one thing I will say is I have to appreciate the balls of a band that can release an album like St. Anger and accompanying video fucking footage and feel absolutely fine with it being in the public domain.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
James, while we're on Metallica, what is your favourite Hetfield live shout out? For example, mine is "How does it feel to be alive?" That's my favourite.
See, I don't know if this counts actually, but I really like when he goes. Well, it's in S&M, and it's in "For Whom the Bell Tolls," and it just it just drops out, and he just goes, "Absolutely."
I love it when he says absolutely.
Yeah.
He's kept like about 18 stock phrases for forever. Yeah, that's a good one.
Good. But yeah, so we probably shouldn't talk about Metallica for too long. I'm sure again, Big Scary Monsters would probably prefer Beards to Metallica on their podcast. But,
quite possibly.
Let's go back. So Ben, what have you non-Alpha Male Tea Party stuff? How's lockdown been for you? Is it?
I've been trying to sort of raise a toddler who's just an absolute maniac. She's brilliant, but she's a toddler, and they're just fireballs of energy, and it's utterly exhausting. But then I did go back to work quite recently. I'm a teacher, so I've gone back to work, and so other than those two things, I did a very short series of videos on Instagram playing bass over some of my favorite pop records.
I did see that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And that kept me entertained for about an hour or two a night.
Amazing. Has that ended now?
Yeah, well, I've got the time I would usually do that in is now the time that I have to, I now have my daughter, as opposed to the time when I didn't have her in the day. So I know. And also, I've sort of got bored of it. I've got a very short attention span. So I've had enough.
Do it.
I'll do it. Yeah. So that's it, really.
Amazing. So are you guys got plans to socially distance and jam, or is that still not on the cards at the moment?
We do. So next, I think Greg's away at the moment, and then next week we're going to get back into the practice room and jam everything up, because so Greg goes back to work because he's been furloughed, but he goes back to work on was it the 3rd of August or something, did he say? And something like that. So we want to sort of try and actually start recording before that happens. So we're going to try our best and get in the room as soon as we can. Probably wear masks, not embrace each other in the way that we would normally, but still try and chug some riffs out. So that should be fun.
That's
really
exciting.
looking.
And
Sorry, go on.
Is there is there a lot? You said you've got the album written. Do you still feel like you need to play it all together to iron it out, or is it completely there?
Yeah, probably, because there's a couple of tunes that we've never played together. So they literally were written from start to finish in lockdown. There's definitely there's maybe 3 actually, I think, tunes on there that we've never actually played together. So just in order to kind of tweak it, make sure the feels right of everything and all that kind of stuff, we want to be able to actually jam it. So that's going to present some issues in its own right, because going to have to go back through everything and actually try and remember how to play it. There's a difference with jamming it all out, is that you play it repeatedly over and over again in a room until you've got a song finished. Whereas when you record something, you go, oh, there's a riff, record it, and then you almost never play it again after that because it's recorded, so you don't need to. And if you're not jamming or whatever, so you've got this 5.5 minute song of riffs that you've no idea how to play about 2 weeks later. So gonna have to go back through things, but it's kind of fun. It's a different way of looking at stuff, and I think we've enjoyed it a lot, really.
Amazing. So so we've already established that it's your best album, but how does it compare to your previous stuff? Is it a departure? Is it along the same lines? How would you describe it?
I think because it's not fully recorded, it's difficult to tell. The idea, the intention, let's say the intention, because best laid plans in that. But I think the intention, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but because like Health, the last one was production-wise a lot sparser than Droids. It was almost like the sound of the three of us playing it together, very few overdubs and kind of layering. Whereas this one, Tom, I think the intention is to essentially put that idea to one side and go almost in the reverse way, but not. I mean, not like, if we did get a text from Greg which said, I want my drums to be Phil Collins 80s gated reverb, kind of.
Amazing.
I don't know how serious
He's not getting that, though. He's not fucking getting that.
You're producing it, presumably?
Yeah. I'm not going to go so far as to call myself a control freak, but with Alpha Male Tea Party stuff, I just think I'd be too much of an arsehole if we tried to work with someone else. You know, I have, when we go into the production process, I have quite like specific ideas for how I want guitar parts to sound, how I want drum parts to sound. And, you know, I think letting somebody else into that process would be very hard for me to do. Yeah. It might, you know, it's one of those things that might be really good for us to do at some point, but for the time being, I kind of use the AMTP records as like a benchmark for myself to kind of step up again in terms of the production that I'm doing and stuff like that. And also now, because we've got Trapdoor, we've got the studio, it just makes a lot of sense to just do it that way and do it ourselves, because we can, you know, we can record without it costing us an arm and a leg to do so.
Yeah. So the really annoying question, which you probably don't want to be asked, is if I was going to tie you down to a release date, month, period of the year, or years, which any ideas would you like to throw? Or would you? Is that a really annoying question?
I mean, without going into, you know, the logistics behind it and everything, aiming for the first half of next year. But that's, you know, that's a 6-month block. So, but obviously, but yeah, first half of next year, I would say, is when we want it, because then, you know, then we can go and tour it, because, you know, chances of us, even if we wanted to, release it this year and tour at the back end of this year, every band's rescheduled tour dates for the end of this year. So you're kind of thinking we want a nice clear run at it. I don't know, Tom, am I speaking the right words?
Yeah, I mean, it's a conversation we need to have with fucking Kev and Dave as well, because we're not sure what they want to do. Because in fact, at Art Tangent last year, whilst absolutely fucking minced on whatever I'd been drinking, we had a pretty, you know, productive conversation with Dave about when they wanted us to deliver an album for them, and we were initially aiming for like October this year, hopefully planning to kind of release a couple of singles in the run up to Art Tangent this year and all that kind of stuff, but obviously things have got a little bit out of hand. But I don't think it's actually going to have been to our detriment in terms of our creative output anyway. Yeah. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, going back to like what you were asking earlier about like why the album's better than the others, I think Ben's right in terms of there's probably going to be more layering, but also from a personal level, I'm just a lot more emotionally attached to the songs. I think one of the reasons it took us so long to get writing is because I was trying to connect myself to the music more, and it took a while to do that. It took a while to like work out how I could translate what was happening in my brain into instrumental riff rock. Yeah. And it's hard to do because it's, you know, I think with vocals and stuff, it's easier to communicate those things. But So it's probably a darker album. It's darker than Health, and we said Health was pretty dark, but it's definitely darker than Health. I'm not sure if it's heavier than Health. I don't think it is. But it's definitely goes into like sonic areas that we've not really been to before, but still very much us. So, you know, that's cool. I don't think anyone that likes our band is going to listen to it and go, "What the fuck are they doing, man?" You know,
it's not our St. Anger, essentially.
Okay.
no.
All your loads, all your reloads. None of them. Good.
We've definitely spoken for 15, 20 minutes by now, I would imagine. But
Yeah, we've done.
Just interject with one thing and flip it on you, James,
Yes.
and ask about Arctangent, because obviously you've had some, you've had to, postpone. So what's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, from about March, April, life just seemed to have been bonkers because I guess once we all started getting like a hint of the fact that the virus might have an effect on our lives rather than just something we're seeing on the news. I remember in April or March, maybe, I go to Roadburn Festival, which is in April every year in Holland. And we were like, oh no, maybe that'll get cancelled. And it never really occurred to me at first that it would end up, because then 2000 Trees in July. So then it kind of slowly dawned on us that 2000 Trees might get affected. And then all of a sudden it's like, shit, it's weird how over a very short period of weeks, you go from this is not going to affect us to holy shit, my whole livelihood has just basically collapsed. So yeah, it was really, really stressful at first, just working out the finances of what a cancellation means to festivals that cost a lot of money. And we've got staff members that work for us all year round and various contracts with people. So it was hard. But we kind of pulled on people's heartstrings to ask them to not refund their tickets. And for both festivals, the numbers of refunds were really low, which is amazing.
That's fun. That's great.
It's really nice. Like 90% or more people kept their tickets. And then the crowdfunders for both festivals both raised over 100,000, which is amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, just mind blowing. So we now know that we can keep the lights on to next year. We haven't had to lay anyone off. We've got a team in place. I've already booked a load of bands for next year, and we'll probably be announcing the whole lineup in one go, I should think, at some point in the next couple of months. So it feels really good. My the kicker for me personally is that I kept saying to my partner and all my friends, as soon as these festivals are postponed, I'm going to relax for the summer. And the moment it happened, I got gallstones and spent 3 weeks in hospital. And a couple of weeks ago, a week and a half ago, they removed my gallbladder, which it turns out you don't need your gallbladder, which is good.
Fine.
So it's fine, but it wasn't very fun. So like, I was like, I'm just going to kick back in the garden, drink a few beers, look after my toddler and do nothing all summer. But no, I've been a bit ill. So yeah.
Oh, mate.
But I do feel quite good about it all now. We've got like certainty. We know next year is going to happen, assuming the virus has moved on, which we all have to assume it will. Otherwise, the whole music industry is going to collapse, not just festivals and bands. Every little aspect of it's in trouble if we have to go another year. So I think we'll be okay. They'll find a way to make us return to normal. I know, Ben, you're a big football fan. I'm actually, I've got my fingers crossed that football is going to actually be one of the festival industry and the live music industry's saviours, because I think eventually people will demand the right to go and watch football. I think there'll be rioting in the streets if people in 6 months' time are still not allowed to go and see football. And so we'll just we'll let the football fans kick off and then just follow them. The festivals will just follow through the back door and be like, yeah, we're allowed to go ahead too. So.
Well, I think you're totally right, because it's like already there's so many commentators and not like actual football commentators, like social commentators. It's just, it can't. If this is just a short-term measure, this can't be a long-term. It just cannot be like clubs can't survive with this. So if you move that onto music, like you said, venues, festivals, etc., can't survive with it being this way. So it will eventually just have to. There will just have to be a system in place.
It's kind of in a really weird thing at the moment, though, isn't it? Where everything's getting like loosened off in the next week or so, but I don't know where we're actually at in terms of like decrease in numbers of cases and all that kind of stuff. Like, I believe we're on the way down, but certainly not at the point that we were led to believe that we needed to be at for all of this stuff to. And it kind of feels like economic like day-to-day pressures have been the reason why stuff's been relaxed more than whether it's of any detriment to people's health or not.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case.
Suddenly throw lots of doom and gloom on it, because I want festivals to be operating and I want to be able to record bands and things like that as much as anyone else does, but it's such bizarre uncharted territory at the moment. You just don't really even know who to trust at the moment, and not that I've ever trusted Boris Johnson anyway.
No. But it's a mad feeling. It's so weird, because on the one hand you've got what should be the most important thing, which is people's like lives, their health. But on the other hand, it's hard not to be in some way selfish and be like, well, this is my life. I don't know how to earn money any other way. I used to know, but I've forgotten. So festivals is the only way I know how to make a living. So you need them to come back. And like for you guys, you pour your heart into the band, and must be one of the major parts of your life, and you can't just envisage it not happening. It's just like, but I don't know. It will all eventually, whether it's 1 year or 2 years or whatever, it has to return to normal, I think. So we've been talking for 23 minutes, but we haven't got to the final thing that BSM asked me to speak about.
Right,
so
go on.
They just wanted to talk about Arctangent and just, I guess, get your thoughts on the community of Arctangent. And I mean, I don't know if memories might be a bit cheesy, but how you kind of feel you fit into that. And I don't want to put words in your mouth about your involvement with Arctangent and what it means.
It's obviously going to be, it's a difficult thing to talk about without referencing Dan Wild Beasley. That's a huge part of our relationship with Arctangent is got a lot to do with Dan and with Cleft and all that stuff. A huge part of where we're at musically is because of all that as well. And I think like Arctangent's just sort of like the pinnacle of how powerful a music and creative community can actually be on a level beyond just boozing with your mates, and seeing good music. It's become an intrinsic and pretty significant part of all of our lives. I've, on a personal level, made some of my best friends I've ever had have been made through Arctangent and through my association with that festival, and your festival, James, to be fair here. And it's just like, and also I just, as a band, I don't think we'd be where we are now without it either, that first time you put us on in like 2014 was fucking huge for us. I remember, I don't know if you remember, James, but I sent you a burnt CD of our EP, of our first EP, because I was so jealous that you booked Cleft and not us for the first year, and Dan was rubbing it in my face. But yeah, I mean, obviously I still went to that first year, and I did sound for Cleft in that first year, and I knew it was. Everyone knew it was special. As soon as we got there, we were like, this is like, this probably shouldn't exist, like it's too good. It doesn't make sense that all of these bands can find such a significant home and such a significant and important audience in like one event. but you know, it's just really good, isn't it?
Amazing.
It is.
What's your favorite Alpha Male Tea Party set you've done at Arctangent? Do you know which one would stand out?
Oh. See, for me, this is like trying to rank the first four Metallica albums. But no, it's for me, Tom, you might disagree. I just think as an event, 2017 is probably my favorite. We had the choir. We almost didn't play because we locked the key. Someone lost the keys to the van. I didn't play. I remember we did speak to James about this at the time. This isn't a secret or anything, and we did say it on stage. But I think it just kind of, for me, it just came together. It was like, it was like the old main arc stage, which was like overflowing, and the choir was amazing. The sentiment behind it all, and the fact that we'd raised at that festival, Tom, we'd raised a lot of money for Dan at that one.
Yeah, it's about $3 grand. Yeah,
I think for me, it just trumps the Clef medley for me.
Yeah, well, I think the Clef medley is probably my favourite, but only, I think largely because that was like the last kind of Arctangent before. That was 2015, wasn't it? Dan started to get sick again in 2017, didn't he? But that was just like, that was at like the peak of just, I don't know what I'm trying to say really. Just like our relationship with Cleft was like at its peak at that point, basically, and that cheeky thing that we did where we knew we were playing after each other, so we like shoehorned longer sets in together so that we could like just cross over and stuff like that.
That's great.
And then playing all the medleys and things. It was just fun. It was Wild Abandon. It was before things got really depressing, because you know, there were that was really triumphant, that one for me as well, because Dan he'd been ill already, but he came back from it, and he came back and he was fucking raging. He was like, yes, I'm back in the game. And that was the year Cleft had played the set of 2000 Trees as well, which was just like phenomenal. So yeah, 2015 is my favorite, I think. 2017 was amazing, but it was bittersweet because Dan wasn't there at that point. He was away and couldn't be there. But yeah, 2015 was just wild about
both of those sets actually are really memorable on my like list of Arctangent sets. Obviously, I don't see every set, and even a lot of the ones I do see, I don't stay in the memory banks just because it's all a bit stressful. But the medley was so good, amazing, and I love the thing I loved is, although we've all ended up listening to like math rock and post rock and post metal and whatever, all these weird genres, everyone started. Very few people started those genres, so it's like you started with Maiden or Metallica or whoever it is. So when there was a Maiden song in that medley, wasn't there? Yeah. And you know, when that kicks in and everyone's got their arms in the air, and it's like we all, everyone gets it, even though we spent all day looking serious and stroking our beards and just nodding our heads.
But
so
you know what,
it was good.
That's kind of what's really beautiful about the silent disco in a lot of ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
You spend like all day watching kind of like quite serious bands kind of playing, you know, quite serious music, and then everybody just goes, yeah, but Sum 41 are great though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just fun. It's like, yeah. But it's nice that people are still able to kind of acknowledge that and understand it, and you know, and understand that music can touch every human emotion going, and that's you know, that's a really special, potent force.
I think that's quite a nice place to end. I like that.
All right.
So.
Lovely.
I mean, we've massively overrun.
I knew that was going to happen.
But yeah,
we always do.
I think we could go on. Yeah, let's do this again because we could go on and on and on.
Absolutely.
But yeah, guys. Well, I don't know when we'll see each other face to face, but I'm looking forward to hearing the album and seeing you guys play live again soon. And yeah, we'll see you in the field if not before.
Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome, James. Lovely to see you. Look after yourself.
Really good to see you guys. Take it easy. Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I get anxious on the weekends when I feel I'm wasting time. But then I think about Tom Petty and how he wrote his best songs when he was 39. Say I'm young enough to change. Please say I'm young enough. Say I'm young enough to change. Step into whatever you want to, and let your spirit bloom. Step into whatever you want to, and let your spirit bloom. And let your spirit bloom. Step into whatever you want to. And I get anxious on the weekdays with the fear of missing out. But then I think about my good friends and how they always love me when I am feeling down. Say I'm strong enough to change. Please say I'm strong enough. Say I'm strong enough to change. Step into whatever you want to, and let your spirit bloom. Step into whatever you want to, and let your spirit bloom. And let your spirit bloom. Step into whatever you want to, and let your spirit bloom. And let your spirit bloom. Step into whatever you want to.
Hey, you guys. My name is Vinny Caruana. Welcome to Brooklyn, New York. My idea for my performance today for the Big Scary Monsters party is love songs. I'm gonna play only love songs because that's because I'm the boss. Here's one called Text the Rock Johnson. And there I was, getting splinters from the bar stool. And who are you to judge? I've tried my very best. I'm canceling today. I know I should stay too long, but I have to carve my name into the bar. It shouldn't take too long. And here I am, waking up like a ghost, scowling at the daytime glow. Cold sheets and regret. I once was young, but then was dead. I slither out of bed and catch a cab to my one true love. I know she'll remember my honest eyes and my crooked smile, and how I love you more than the ocean loves to drown, more than my throat can make it sound. Slither out of bed and catch a cab to my one true love. I know she'll remember my honest eyes, my crooked smile, and how I love you more than the ocean loves to drown, more than my throat can make it sound, more than the ocean loves to drown, more than my throat can make it sound, more than bridges love to burn, more than death when he gets his turn, more than the ocean loves to drown. Cheers. That's called Text the Rock Johnson. That's a love song from my record that I put out last year called Aging Frontman. Out in England on Big Scary Monsters, and out in America on No Hope Records. Yeah, love songs feel right today. This one is off of a record called Avalanche United, which is a record that came out in 2011 from my band called I Am the Avalanche. And it starts, there we go. She's a golden ticket, a shiny peach mixed in a drink that's resting on a chair in a desert land, and not a grain of sand has compromised her worth. And you're a broken man crawling on his hands and knees in that same desert land, doing the best he can not to think about how he really needs that drink. Is this really happening? The sun's finally shining down on me. Is this really happening? The snow is actually melting in front of my face. I don't know, but I've been told that a New York winter is mighty cold, yeah, but we still walk down the coldest blocks using the fire in our hearts. The way it was ain't the way it is. That works perfectly for me. Let's keep it that way. Is this really happening? The sun's finally shining down on me. Is this really happening? The snow is actually melting in front of my face. This perfectly perfect disease has got me down on my knees. No, not to pray, but just to say I love you more than yesterday. Is this really happening? The sun's finally shining down on me. Is this really happening? The snow is actually melting in front of my face. Is this really happening? The sun's finally shining down on me. Is this really happening? The snow is actually melted in front of my face. Cheers to love. I hope wherever you are, you're at, I imagine you're at home, hanging out with family, snuggling up on your couch, chilling out, having a cold one, having a cup of tea, whatever makes you feel good. A few more love songs. I don't have many. There's a handful. This one is a new song. I call it Love Song 69. The title of the song is a nod to one of my favorite bands of all time called the Magnetic Fields. They put out what's probably their best record, and it's called 69 Love Songs, and it's one of my favorites. So I thought I would have a little play on words and give them some love, naming the song. So this one's called Love Song 69. It'll come out next year. And I like this song, so I hope you like it too. This is a new jam. Here you go. you win. The sun beats on your shoulders. You can't blame it for kissing your whole body. I'll have to wait my turn. It won't be long. As soon as you woke up, light filled the room. As soon as you woke up, light filled the room. The only easy part is loving you. The only easy part is loving you. The radiator is hissing steam because he's jealous of me. He wants your smile, he wants your teeth. He wants the love you give to me. I live for the love you give to me. Heart is loving you. The only easy part is loving you. The only easy part is loving you. That's Love Song 69. Beer break. Guitar Tech. Well, it sure was nice of you to join me in Brooklyn, New York. And we'll be over here trying to spread positivity, trying to be happy at any cost, and trying to be there for our fellow humans at any cost. And I hope you'll be doing the same. This is one last tune. I wrote this song. This is off of a record called Survivor's Guilt, which came out in England and Europe on Big Scary Monsters, and in the US on Equal Vision Records. And I wrote this song as a proposal to my now wife. So this song is called Under My Side of the Bed. Thank you guys very much for joining me. My name is Vinny Caruana. If you want to check out any of my stuff, check out The Movie Life, check out I Am the Avalanche, and I know that Big Scary Monsters has some copies of my Aging Frontman record from last year, and I'm not sure, they might have a few copies of the live record, Live at the Black Heart, that we released this year. That's about it. I'm gonna go hang out, eat some delicious food, support some of our neighbors and buy some food from them, and a few shots and a few beers.
Sure.
All right, cheers, you guys. This is one last tune. Thanks for listening to my love song set. This one's called Under My Side of the Bed. I'm Vinny Caruana. Peace, peace, and love. I don't think that I ever wanna sleep again without you in my bed. I told everyone that I never wanted this. I couldn't handle love again. I'll always stay if you promise the same. And my worst days are still okay because you're in them. You'll have to deal with me forever. Every dime I've made, spilling my guts on stage, is in a box under my side of the bed, burning a hole through the bedroom floor. What did you think I've been saving for? I'll always stay if you promise the same. My worst days are still okay because you're in them. You'll have to deal with me forever. I went to a man who knows all about these things. Before I left, I bought you this ring. Peace, you guys. Always love. See you around the bend.